Hello, welcome to another edition of Capper Comparison Picks. I'm Ranj. Today I'm going to give you some of the prelim fights, Capper Comparison Picks for some prelim fights for UFC Vegas 45. Before I get into this though, I want to really quickly go over last week's card. So, UFC 269 didn't do me so bad. I started out horribly, but I finished up strong. Let me explain. Okay, first, I went 0-3 right off the bat. I picked Priscilla Cachoeira. She got tapped out first round at 4 minutes 59 seconds. I mean, I thought she was going to go in there and maybe bang, and she had a little weight advantage because she missed weight. But then she was just getting choked out, and she even tried to gouge out Jillian Robertson's eye, as you guys all saw that, but unsuccessfully, and she managed to tap 1 second left. I wouldn't, just 1 second. She could have said 1 second, and then maybe, just maybe, she might have been able to do something to keep it on the free side. Doesn't matter. Jillian tapped her. She was a minus like 400 favorite anyway, so it was kind of expected. But I got that one wrong. Then, boy, Randy Costa, what a disappointment he was. Man, breaks my heart. I'm still I would never bet him again. Anyway, Tony Kelly. The thing was, Randy Costa, because I told you he had a problem with his pace. He always gasses out the first round. He tried to pace himself, but Tony Kelly just came at him hard and fast. And the whole trying to pace yourself, reserve your energy, it backfired on him, actually. He should have went to his original game plan. He probably would have did better. But Tony Kelly knocked him out, TKO round 2. Then Derek Minner, Ryan Hall, so close. Like, not close, but I think Derek Minner might have won round 2. But I don't know. It was like Ryan Hall just kept... I told you, he was not going to submit Derek Minner. But Derek Minner, in his interview, said, every time he's on the ground, he's going to try to be doing all this stuff. I'm going to defend it, and he's going to be eating punches. But that's not... It's hard to punch somebody when you're trying not to get choked out, and trying not to get your ankle lock and all that. But I will give it to him. He didn't get submitted. However, he didn't have any offense either. It was Derek Minner, completely defensive show for Derek Minner. So Ryan Hall got the decision victory there. So started out, bam, all red. Wrong. 0-3 starting out. But then the second set of fights I did better. You know, Matt Schnell, that fight was off because he didn't clear after his missing weight. Alex Perez, Matt Schnell, canceled. Then, here we go. Erin Blanchfield, my girl. Man, she's better than I even thought. I knew she was good, but boy, she dominated Miranda Maverick. Pretty much, Miranda Maverick had nothing for her. Nothing. Erin Blanchfield was taking her down at will and controlling her, pretty much doing whatever she wanted. I told you, Miranda Maverick, all she had over her was a strength advantage, but Blanchfield had technique. She's a better wrestler. That she proved that. She's a brown belt in jiu-jitsu. Showed that, and she got the decision. Propped it out. Bam! Perfectly. Then I had Andre Muniz. By submission. What happened? He got the submission over Eric Anders. Round 1. So boom, that one all green because that was canceled. And like I said, I parlay every sheet, every show. I make a bet parlay. So this one cashed in, and I live bet them as they're walking down. On the walkouts, I put Muniz by sub and I put Blanchfield by decision as the prop bets. Boom, cash them both. Oh, fantastic! Now I'm back. Even though I lost the first 3, that was only like I lost like $40 on that. The $10 on the parlay, then $10 on each prop walking down. But it doesn't matter because I made it back with just these 2 parlay together, and the prop bets paid off. Next, moving up the card. This one, I had mixed results because Bruno Silva propped that perfectly. KO round 1. And I even said KO round 1, if you can see that, y'all. KO round 1. So Bruno Silva took care of Jordan Wright as expected. KO round 1. That paid off, plus money. Now I'm up. Then, disappointment with Augusto Sakai. I kind of knew I should have went with Tai Tuivasa. I mean, the crowd was behind him. Everybody wanted to see the shoey, and nobody was behind Augusto Sakai. So you going in there, it's like when you have no support and everybody. He had nothing for Tai Tuivasa. Tai Tuivasa, you could tell he's been he had better technical boxing, landing those nice punches, and managed to get the KO round 2 over Augusto Sakai. Disappointment on Augusto Sakai, but I got to give props to Tai Tuivasa. He took care of that, but I got that one wrong. Then Dominic Cruz, the decisionator, got the decision as expected. Prop that out, hit that walking down the aisle. So I didn't get the parlay, but I did get the 2 prop bets nailed, exact prop. So now I'm doing pretty well on this card. Okay, then the next set of fights. Here we go. Next set of fights. Okay, in the shows, if you go back to the Capital Comparison show, I got all of them right, but I changed my prop bets walking down the card. But for the show's sake, I did get Josh Emmett, and I did say by decision. Darken that. Perfect. All right. In the show, I said Sean O'Malley by decision. That's how I picked it on Tapology also. But as they're walking out, I picked the Julian Paiva because I wanted to see him win, but still he didn't. Then here's the funny one: Carr France and Cody Garbrandt. I propped out in the show last week. I picked Carr France, and I picked him by decision. He beat Cody Garbrandt. Cody Garbrandt, what are you gonna do now, man? I don't know. So what's next for Cody Garbrandt? Does he try to get another fight at 125, go back to 135, or just go to a full different promotion? What's gonna happen? I don't know. I'm curious because Carr France knocked him out round 1, which I initially thought that, but I figured he would have. He looked good in the weigh-ins, so I flipped my pick, not on Tapology, and I already make this bet. Every show I do, I make the bet right after I do the show. So I got that right, and Tapology, I got it right because I didn't change my bets again. However, on the walkouts, I picked Cody Garbrandt because with BC Dave the night before on the live stream, I said Cody looked good. I think I'm going to pick him to win by decision. But Carr France, don't blink. Took care of business. Knocked him out. Then finally, the main events. Oh man, Jeff Neal. Oh, I got that one wrong. I picked Santiago Ponzinibbio, and you know what? I still think he should have won. I think that's kind of not a huge robbery, but I think Jeff Neal he got the nod when he shouldn't. You know why? Because there was a couple times where it looked like he rocked him. But if he truly rocked him, why was Ponzinibbio never? He was relentless, kept coming forward, had forward pressure, kept coming at him. If those hits looked like they might have rocked, but I think the judges saw it differently than obviously. They gave the nod to Jeff Neal. I think that was kind of a robbery. I think Ponzinibbio should have got the decision there, but Jeff Neal got the decision, probably to help. The judges wanted to help him pay his fines for drinking and driving and getting caught with a gun, whatever. So got that one wrong. Then Amanda Nunez, Juliana Pena. Now this one, go back, watch my live stream with Dave. Watch the cover, the show I did on Friday before the live stream. Even though on Tapology and on the show, I picked Amanda because she was a minus 1,200 favorite, I did manage to slide in my hedge bet, and I caught Juliana Pena at plus 800. Woo! Hedge bet, submitted her round 2, and knew. And ended the show. The live stream is where everyone, the whole chat was like, oh, you're stupid, you're crazy. Dave was like, I bet my mortgage, I'll empty out my bank account, I'll throw everything I got. There's no way Juliana Pena is gonna beat this girl. No freaking way. And I was like, I don't know, dude. She beat Kat Zingano. Amanda Nunez can't say that. And I told you, Amanda Nunez, she got a problem at 135. She doesn't like fighting down there. She's a 145er. She already rejected Jermaine Demandamine at 135. She took the fight on, but she took it at 145. So there's something there, Dave. There's something there. And I kept go watch the live stream last week. And I'm so happy, Juliana. That flipped my whole night around because I was upset about the Ponzinibbio robbery going in there, and I was like, well, here we go. We're gonna see Amanda just take care of this girl. And round one, Amanda was smiling in between rounds, and I was like, yeah, she's pretty much got this. But then round two, Payne come out, and I'm like, holy shit, she's nailing her in the face, and I think she might win this round. Next thing you know, she got her on the ground, she's submitting her. Tap, and it was like Amanda, like Nunez she was fatigued. I think she just gave up. She was just like, yeah, I can't. And she tapped. I was like, oh, hell yeah, yes.
Stop swearing.
My $10 bet just turned into $80. Loved it. And then finally, I get Charles Oliveira, and on the walkout and in the show and in the live stream, everywhere, I said Charles Oliveira by submission, cash it. He took care of Dustin Poirier round 3 by submission, cash that prop bet. So overall, I went 8-6 overall. Not bad, but overall, cash those tickets. I was plus money by the end of the night, and then the next day, I put most of that, I flipped it right back into NFL. I told you, I got a whole new system, and I doubled my money next day. I didn't go perfect, but because NFL had a few up, I do parlay the side with the over under, and I did manage to double my money, but there's some shitty. I'm sorry, Nor. I'm sorry. There's some football games that I wish I could have not bet them. Just stupid. But anyway, regardless, 8-6 overall. Not a bad night. Made plus money. I still have that money on Bet Online. Let's talk about this card. What's that say? Googly?
No,
Oogly googly. That's weird.
That one says ugly goggly.
Okay. Anyway, where's my black marker? That's blue. All right, there's a black one. There's a black one.
That's one.
All right. These are not in order because I started doing my research during UFC 269, and then that was Saturday, so obviously I started just writing the matches out and stuff and doing my tapology. Yeah, some of them are dry, some of them don't work right, but thanks though, Nora. So the order is different now. Like this happens almost every week when I start my research early. But so I have the first fight. Well, the first fight is really I'm gonna do that probably on Wednesday, the curtain jerker. But I'm going by the old order. So we're gonna start off my stuff with a bantamweight fight between Heyoni Barcelos and Victor Henry. Heyoni Barcelos is a -325 favorite. Big old favorite for Heyoni. Victor Henry, this is his UFC debut, but he does have a lot of professional fighting experience. He's 21-5. More professional fights than Barcelos, but Barcelos does have more UFC experience in the, at that level. Let's talk about the favorite in Barcelos. 16-2, -325. He fights out of Rio de Janeiro, Brazil, out of Rizzo RVT. He's coming off a loss to Timur Valiev by majority decision, but a lot of people are saying that could have went the way of Heyoni Barcelos because I think he did knock him down a couple times or something. But so some people are saying that was kind of a robbery also, but nevertheless, it goes down as a loss for Barcelos. Before that, he had a win against Khalid Taha. He's actually 4-1 in his last 5. If you want to get right down to it, he's 9-1 in his last 10. Pretty good for Heyoni Barcelos. These guys are the same age, both of them are 34, and they're the same height. Victor Henry did not have his reach stats on Tapology for some reason, so I don't know if there's a reach advantage, but same age and same height. Now let's talk a little bit about Victor Henry. Like I said, this is his UFC debut for La Mangosta. And he's coming off a win of Albert Morales. He submitted this guy in round 2. That's a guy from LXF. That stands for Lights Out Extreme Fighting Championships, which is California regional promotion. He also has some experience in Ryzen over in Japan, where he beat Kyler Phillips over there. He split decision win. Actually, that wasn't in Ryzen, that was in CXF. And if you go back, he does have he has got a win against Anderson Dos Santos, where he knocked him out in TKO round 2 against ADS. So that is a pretty good win for him. He fights out of UWF USA. It's a place in California. Josh Barnett is a teammate and coach over there in California at the UWF facility. Victor Henry, he's a pretty good fighter, and he's got some experience. 21-5, like I said, he's got wins over Kyler Phillips. He's got a win over Anderson Dos Santos. So you can't. However, Heyoni Barcelos, I think he's better everywhere you look at it. Better striking, better on the ground. And Henry's coming in on short notice, so you got to take that into. So he didn't have a full camp. He just saw the opportunity, debut. Let's see what I can do, and he's coming in hot. Henry. Let's see what the cappers have to say about this one. Taking the favorite in the 3-1 favorite in Heyoni Barcelos. We've got the knit cap MMA guru, the one with the knit cap. He's saying Barcelos should get the TKO round 2. Oh, by the way, last week the only capper to pick Juliana Pena on my show was the MMA prediction guru. That's not this guy. That's the guy from California that does not wear the knit cap. He was the one that got exposed, but I said he's going to look like a genius after Pena wins, and look what happened. Pena won. Got good on ya, prediction guru. I know you're watching. Okay, also taking Heyoni Barcelos, we've got AJ DeVito from MMA Experts. I saw you, AJ. I saw you on the live stream. Thanks for tuning in. I appreciate it. I see the live stream is getting more popular. I see the numbers are adding up. That's pretty good. We got Justin Jr., a.k.a. MMA Jedi, and he's also taking Barcelos by decision here. Tiger Bomb, Jose and Johnny both taking Barcelos. Johnny says TKO second round. Jose really didn't say, but he's on the side of Barcelos. And finally, Ray from MMA Pick'em's podcast is also taking Barcelos by decision, making this a full capper consensus. And a full capper consensus is when
all the handicappers pick one side of the whiteboard.
That's right, when all the handicappers pick one side of the whiteboard. In this case, they are all taking Heyoni Barcelos to beat the debutant Victor Henry by, most of them by decision. We do have Guru saying a TKO and Johnny from Tiger Bomb also saying TKO, but the other guys saying by decision. And like I mentioned earlier, I also am going to go with the way of the cappers because don't get me wrong, Victor Henry, look out. He might upset all you. He might come in and win that plus 275. I might even throw maybe a sprinkle, like a quarter of a unit on it or something, but I'm going to take Barcelos to get this. I'm not betting that. There's no value at minus 325, but I will put him in this parlay here, and I think he will get it done by decision. If they're during the walkouts, if Barcelos by decision is plus money, I might put a little on that, or I might put a little on Victor Henry just because he's plus 275, and I'm a plus money junkie. I can't. I gotta hit that scratch off. If it's a chance, I gotta take it. But there you go. Moving on. Next, we've got Raquel Pennington, Rocky, taking on Macy Chiezone. This is gonna be an interesting fight because we got Raquel Pennington's a 2-1 favorite. She's 12-8. 8 losses for Raquel, minus 210. Taking on Macy Chiezone, who's only got 1 loss, 7-1, a plus 180 underdog. The line did move a little bit. Raquel Pennington was minus 190. Like I said, now she's minus 210. Macy Chiezone was plus 160. Now she's plus 180. Therefore, money has been coming in on Raquel Pennington and causing a little bit of a line movement. Now let's talk about the favorite first, Raquel Pennington. She is a little bit older, not by much. She's 33. Macy Chiezone is 30. Raquel Pennington is, I think she might be married to Tecia Torres. If she's not married, she's at least like partners with her, if you want, or they're in a relationship together. I don't know which one is represented as the masculine figure and which one, I don't know who's, you know what I mean. I don't want to get into the politics of homosexuality or anything, but Rocky is with Tecia Torres. I don't know if they're married, but I know they are an item, okay? She's coming off a win against Pena, not a bad girl. And also, before that, she beat Marion Renault. That's the old gym teacher, 40-year-old gym teacher that retired just recently. She fights out of Altitude MMA. That's in Colorado Springs, Colorado. They call it altitude, kind of like elevation. Whenever you're in Colorado, you got that thinner air up in because it's at high above sea level, so the oxygen's thinner. Therefore, a lot of those Colorado facilities pride themselves on good cardio. For Raquel, she's 3-2 in her last 5, but her losses are only to the best of the best. Okay, Macy Chiezone now. She's coming off a win against Marion Renault too. Marion Renault, I'm kind of glad she's out of the UFC. I enjoyed watching her, but she's just, she's a 40-year-old gym teacher, and she was kind of like gatekeeper for women. Like you have to get past her to beat anybody. And some women just couldn't. But anyway, Macy Chiezone did take care of that. And she beat Shayna Young before that. Her only loss is to Lena Landsberg, who is not bad. And people are saying that unanimous decision loss to Lena Landsberg, but I don't remember watching the fight. It's, female fight, I don't know. But from what I heard from these cappers, that could have really went the other way. There wasn't any dominance there from Lena Landsberg, but regardless, Macy Chiezone did take her only loss to Lena Landsberg. Now here's one thing. Macy Chiezone is got 4-inch height and 4.5-inch reach advantage, which may come into play because female fights, look at the odds for going to decision. It's over 2.5, minus 275. Therefore, you got to think if Macy Chiezone keeps the range with her 4-inch height and 4-inch reach advantage and keeps everything at range and uses some skillful boxing, she might be able to edge out a decision victory at plus 180. She might, that might happen. She fights out of Fortis MMA down in Dallas, Texas. But you know what I don't like about Macy Chiezone? she was set to fight Aspen Ladd on 2 different occasions, and Aspen Ladd called her out, and Macy Chiezone's like, why? Why is she calling me out? Kind of like I think she was afraid to fight her, and she never did. I don't know why she backed. I think she withdrew and she made up like some maybe. She was just scared. I think she knew she was going to lose to Aspen Ladd. I think that's why it never happened. But I could be off. That's just a feeling I got, and I think, and I know for a fact she was like, why? Why is she calling me out of all these girls she could fight? But anyway, Macy Chiezone, 4-1 in her last, 7-1 overall. Like I said, her only loss was a debatable loss to Lena Landsberg. So let's see what these cappers have to say about this bantamweight showdown, female showdown. Taking the favorite in Raquel Pennington, we've got Ray from MMA Pick'em's podcast. Also, we've got Tiger Bomb, both the guys, Jose and Johnny, both saying by decision, of course, because this is a decision fight, plus 275. You know, it's probably most likely going to go decision. That's what questions me about this Chiezone. She's got that big height and reach advantage. She's very big for 135. Then we've got the MMA Jedi. That's AKA MMA Genie, AKA Justin Jr., AKA MMA Pain Fight Picks. She's had like four different personas in YouTube, but right now he's going by MMA Jedi, and he's also saying by decision, which should be. I'm sure Vlad is probably going to say fight does not go the distance, or does go the fight goes the distance. That's he loves picking decision for female fights because it's an easy win for him, easy pick. Then we've got Knit Cap Guru, MMA Guru, also taking Raquel Pennington here. However, we have the contrarian picker, MMA Experts. That's AJ DeVito is on the side of the underdog, Macy Chiezone. She is a slightly younger fighter, and she does have that height and reach advantage, and she's plus money, and she's only lost one time to Lena Landsberg. Only once. Raquel Pennington, she's lost 8 times. And I understand she's dating Tisha Torres, but that really, I don't know if that has any bearing on who's going to win this fight. But personally, I'm going to take Raquel Pennington because of her UFC experience. But this one, I'm not. Aside from this parlay, I doubt I'll bet them going down on the walkouts. I doubt I'll live bet it. I doubt I'll prop it out. Minus 210, that's no value there. And I like I said, I don't like that Macy Chiezone shied away from an Aspen Ladd fight. It's like she showed a little fear there. Rocky isn't afraid of no women. I don't know. I'm talking on my ass, but I'm gonna go with Raquel Pennington here to get it done because of her experience in the UFC. Like her only like those 8 losses, majority of them, I think, if not all of them, come to ranked female fighters. I don't think she's ever lost to an unranked fighter. So, and of course, method of victory will be decision. If that's plus money, I might do it, but I don't even know if it's going to be plus money at minus 210 and, minus 275. So that might not even be plus money. If it's not plus money, I do not bet it. That's just, I have to throw it in a parlay. If it's negative money, that's why Amanda Nunez never touched that. Actually, I went with the contrarian pick there, hedge bet. So, moving on. Next we have, this is actually the feature fight of the prelims after they rearranged the orders. So I'm sorry I'm doing it now, but it's kind of good breaking it up so these cappers don't have only chump early prelim fights. They also have the fight between middleweight showdown between GM3 Gerald Meerschaert. BC Dave called him a legend last week, and somebody in the chat said, yeah, legendary loser. I love this, hilarious. But anyway, GM3 Gerald Meerschaert is taking on Dustin Stoltzfus. 13-3 as a professional for Dustin Stoltzfus. Meerschaert 33-14, double-digit losses. But look at 33 fights. He's got 47 fights total. So he is definitely a veteran in the UFC with far more experience. I would reckon him as give him that journeyman gatekeeper type of role, but he's coming off. He's revived. He did have a couple bad losses, quick knockouts. Hamzat Chimaev, within seconds. Somebody else too, maybe Ed Herman, maybe, or somebody else knocked him out within seconds. But then he flipped it right back around. He's on like last fight he had was against Makhmed Muradov, and he was a super underdog. Like I want to say he was like plus 360, maybe plus 400, something crazy. Big underdog, and he ended up getting a rear naked choke in round 2 against Makhmed Muradov. He fights out of it's weird because Tapology says he fights out of the Aguilar Combative Systems, but you click the link to the facility, out of business. So I have no idea where Gerald Meerschaert GM3 is training out of, but he's from Milwaukee, Wisconsin. So I don't know. I suppose if you go on his Instagram, you could probably figure it out. If you do some sleuthful research on Google and SheerDog and all that crap, you can probably figure it out. Or just watch Fight Night Picks later this week. They figure that stuff out all the time. But as of right now, I don't know where he's training at. But he does have a slight 1-inch height, 2.5-inch reach advantage over Dustin Stoltzfus. Dustin Stoltzfus, he's a little bit younger guy. He's 30 years old. Meerschaert's 34. But Dustin Stoltzfus, 13-3. He's coming off. He's only had 2 losses in the UFC. His debut was against Kyle Dawkins, where he lost by unanimous decision, and then he lost most recently to Rodolfo Vieira, the black belt hunter. Got submitted in round 3. Everybody saw that coming though. But the thing is, Rodolfo Vieira was beating him on the feet, striking. And Rodolfo Vieira is not a striker. He's a jiu-jitsu guy, black belt hunter. You know what I'm saying? So this guy, Dustin Stoltzfus, was getting beat up on the feet by a jiu-jitsu practitioner, I just want to say. However, before he came to the UFC, he does have some he was out of 3 German regional promotions. One's called GMC, that stands for German Mixed Martial Arts Championships. He was a champ there. He was in another one called We Love MMA, We Heart MMA's Tapology picture has it in the background. And that's right out of Berlin. That's a big German regional promotion. Champ there. And the other one was called Fair FC, Fair, Fair FC, also another German promotion. And like I said, he has belts in all 3 German promotions, but it's centralized to just Germany. I'm sure like there's a couple probably Polish and neighboring countries fighting there, but I'm saying all 3 German promotions, just it's awkward. He now fights out of Pennsylvania. Tapology didn't have a gym listed, so I don't know where in Pennsylvania, but I would like to hope it's by Philadelphia, but who knows? It might be in like Pennsylvania Dutch, because they speak like the Pennsylvania Amish speak Dutch and German. I don't know. I'm going on a tangent and going off left field. But Dustin Stoltzfus, I guess he's an American now. He's out of Pennsylvania, but all these German regional scene things. So he's coming off, like I said, those back-to-back losses to Rodolfo Vieira and Kyle Dawkins. Plus 195, 13-3. Ugh, not a good look. Let's see what the cappers have to say about the legendary loser, Gerald Meerschaert, and Dustin Stoltzfus. Taking Meerschaert, we've got MMA Jedi. He's on side. Meerschaert, like I said, he's been turning it right around with that that nice, impressive rear naked choke of Makhmed Muradov. Then we got AJ DeVito, MMA experts. He's saying Meerschaert by submission. We've got Tiger Bomb. There, Johnny said by decision. Jose didn't say. Let's write decision and quick. We've got the MMA Guru also taking Meerschaert. And finally, Ray from the MMA Pick'ems podcast also taking Meerschaert for a full capper consensus. Everybody in this, here comes the dance, maybe. We'll throw some lucky pearls at you. A full capper consensus. Lucky good luck pearls. Always do the dance when you get the capper consensus, especially if it's not stupid crazy odds like this. Thanks, Nora. I appreciate that. So, we've got everybody on the side with GM3, Gerald Meerschaert.
Those are Mughals.
Mughals and moguls. Oogly moogly, googly. Anyway, everybody's on the side with Meerschaert. A lot of people are saying Dustin Stoltzfus is just not UFC level. They ought to stick to that German regional scene, or maybe PFL, LFA, Bellator. They should have, even in Contender Series, I think he squeaked by with a win over an injury. Like, he didn't legitimately win in Contender Series. He won because the other guy got injured. I heard something like that. But anyway, from what the cappers I watch, what they're saying is Stoltzfus is not UFC level, and GM3 gatekeeper is going to make sure that gate is shut on Stoltzfus. He's definitely going to have the experience level. Look at that, 33-14. He knows what he's doing, and like I said, he's on a resurgence, coming off a nice win. So I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Stoltzfus popped something crazy out and managed to get, because Meerschaert's the thing is his chin. He's got some knockouts, and he's been knocked out within less than a minute, twice in a row. But then that last fight, I guess he took a couple hits from Makhmed Muradov, like, that would have rocked him before. He must have strengthened his, I don't know how, his durability's back from my understanding, if you want to go by recency. So anyway, I'm going to take Meerschaert also. Stick with the capper consensus. I think it's going to probably go to, I think he's going to submit Stoltzfus. But I don't know. Stoltzfus does have, on that, told you, the German regional scene, he does have submissions there. We better stick with, no, I think he's going to pace it out for 15 minutes. Use his fight IQ, his knowledge of the ring, and get the decision. Sorry to say. I know that I'm picking decision for all these, but to recap.
Time check!
Thank you, Nora. And it is bedtime for you. 7:30. Go up there. You got an hour before lights out.
Okay.
So to recap, I've got Heyoni Barcelos taking care of Victor Henry in Victor Henry's UFC debut. Then I've got Raquel Pennington beating Macy Chiezone. I mean, that one's probably my least confident pick of these three right there, because Macy Chiezone's height and reach, and like I said, she's only got one loss, and it will go to decision, and if she keeps it at range, she might be able to find a victory there. I mean, Raquel, I don't know, but I'm going to stick with my pick. taking Rocky, Raquel Pennington, and finally GM3, the legendary, as Dave would say, the legendary Gerald Meerschaert GM3 to get the victory over Dustin Stoltzfus, who is not quite UFC level yet. Sorry to say it, but that facts is facts. So there you have it. Gather the info. Moogly moogly. Place your bets. Oogly googly. And cash those tickets like I did last week. Let's cash some tickets, guys. Good luck on your bets. Be sure to leave a like, share, subscribe, do all that good stuff. Comment, for Christ's sakes, put your comments in there. Comment. Oogly moogly. Good luck on your bets, and I will see you tomorrow with some more. Oh, actually, tomorrow my son has a band. He has a band recital in the evening, so I'm not sure if I'll be able to have time to get a video in. If I don't have time to get a video in tomorrow, I'm going to have to do back-to-back on Wednesday. But maybe I will be able to do it. I already did the research, so I might be able to. Or maybe I'll do it in the morning. Probably not, because I have to go to work super early tomorrow. You don't have to go to work way before you even wake up. But anyway,
One time I woke up, but it was during quarantine.
or you know what? Maybe after my son's band, his Christmas concert, maybe after that, when I get home, it'll just be a late one. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, stay tuned for. There will be another show of prelims. If not tomorrow, it'll be Wednesday. So stay tuned for that. Good luck on your bets and have a good night. Thanks for watching.